A police officer named Eric Casebolt in McKinney, Texas, has just resigned after being at the center of a major controversy caught on videotape. Casebolt was seen roughing up a number of African-American teenagers at a pool party in broad daylight, in particular forcing a 15-year-old girl wearing a bikini onto the ground by her hair and digging his knees into her back as she lay prone, face down, crying for her mother. He also pulled out his gun, despite the fact that no one at the scene was armed and most were in bathing suits. Police Chief Greg Conley called Casebolt's actions, quote, indefensible and has launched an investigation. The scene unfolded when an apparently unauthorized party of African-American teens was organized at an admission-restricted pool for a master-planned community called Craig Ranch. Also part of the story is a fight that apparently took place between the black host of the party and a white resident. The white resident reportedly yelled at the black woman to go back to her, quote, Section 8 housing. The video of Casebolt interacting with the kids was taken and uploaded online by a 15-year-old white boy named Brandon Brooks, who says the police completely ignored white residents and others like himself and simply targeted the people of color. On Monday, more than 1,000 mostly black protesters marched to the pool at the center of the scandal and denounced the police violence and racism. My guest is Michele Goodwin, professor of law and chancellor's chair at the University of California, Irvine, founding director of the Center for Biotechnology and Global Health Policy. Welcome to Uprising, Michele.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks for joining us. Well, so the video of the police officer arresting he handcuffed the young girl. In the end, only one boy was arrested. I'm wondering if you've seen the video and what your general impressions are of what happened and what was captured on it.
I have seen the video. The video is chilling. It's shocking. It's shocking that such things occur in 2015, but it's part of what we've been seeing week after week, captured by video: an assault, brutality, forced on unarmed people of color, African American, in this case, a 14-year-old girl in a bikini who clearly has no weapon on her. And in fact, she's not one of the kids that's confused and fleeing. She may be confused, but she's not running. She's not trying to avoid the police. She just sits, and he yanks her up and he yanks her hair and he slams her face down and then puts his girth on her as he slams her to the ground, putting his knees on her. It's absolute violence, and it's completely uncalled for. And you know what many people haven't noticed in the video is that there are white adults who are just roaming around. There's a white man who stands above while all of this stuff happens, and at no point does he seek to intervene. And it raises a very interesting question for all of us about where is our humanity? At what point, when we see something that's so horrific, do we intervene? And it seems that the only thing that this other resident is missing is perhaps his popcorn or some chips, because he does not intervene. He doesn't, seem in shock at all. It seems that this is just a completely normal thing to do. And we have to move away from the normalcy or thinking that, or the cognitive biases that would allow us to say that this is okay to do to a small 14-year-old black girl, when I seriously doubt that there would be the same police response to a white resident, right, or to a white swimmer who's 14 and in a bikini. I think that there would be the kind of outrage that's not just, 1,000 people of color marching, but I think that would get whites out marching too and saying, that is so abusive. How dare anybody do that?